The Lazarus Protocol, the complete saga. Prologue, the data stream. System override, the ghost in the machine observation log. 1. The Sterling Vance Group is not a company, it is a biological organism. It consumes, it metabolizes capital, and it excretes dividends. In 2026, empires aren't won with swords, they are won with provisioning. If you control the record of the past, you own the potential of the future. The fever is about to break. Part I, the liquidation. The boardroom on level 72 of the Shard was a vacuum of sound. Outside, London was a blurred canvas of rain and amber streetlights. But inside, the air-conditioned silence felt like a surgical theatre. Isabella Vance sat at the head of the mahogany table, her face illuminated by the cold blue light of a hostile takeover, alert. "The hedge funds are smelling blood, Dad," Isabella said, her voice a ceramic blade. Across from her sat the patriarch Arthur Vance. At 76, he was a hollowed-out monument to his own legacy, his breathing assisted by a low-profile oxygen concentrator. Cole Vance, the middle child and the family's fixer, stood by the window. He had spent his life in the ports of Lagos and the mines of the Congo, and he knew that the company's foundational success was a euphemism for a mass grave. "I've seen the ledger, Isabella," Cole said quietly. "I know about Elias. I know he didn't die in the 1994 uprising. I know Dad signed the order to have him rendered to a black site." The betrayal wasn't a shout, it was a file transfer. Cole's phone buzzed. He had just sent the encryption keys to an activist group known as the Foundation. He had chosen the morality of the victim over the loyalty of the bloodline. But as the lights flickered, Sasha, the youngest sibling and a master of the digital dark arts, looked up from their monitors. "Someone just bypassed our hardware-level encryption," Sasha whispered. "They didn't go for the bank accounts. They went for the legacy archive, the 1994 Lazarus files." Part II, the glass extraction. The extraction of Arthur Vance from his own medical wing was a masterpiece of cyber-insurgency. While Isabella attempted to lock the patriarch down, triggering a poison pill to dilute the company's shares and bury the scandal, Cole and Sasha moved. "I've looped the pacemaker signal," Sasha briefed from the back of a nondescript transit van idling in the service tunnels. "The hospital thinks he's in stage 4 REM sleep. In reality, we're doing 80 mph toward the Welsh border." They reached a brutalist concrete bunker in Carmarthenshire, a disused slate quarry retrofitted with Starlink dishes. It was here that the physical Lazarus ledger was hidden. But as Arthur's thumb pressed the scanner to decrypt the final pages, a new reality emerged. The company's green-gold seeds, the miracle crops feeding 40 million people, were a biological trap. They were sterile. To grow, they required a catalyst fertilizer sourced from phosphorus mines in the Delta, mines run by child labor and overseen by the very people Arthur had robbed 30 years ago. Part III, the Forge, 1994-2010. System override, the Observer reality check. Arthur Vance believed in cleanup. He thought that by taking Cole and providing for Elias' widow, he had balanced the scales. He missed the girl in the crawl space. He missed Amara. While Cole was being raised in the luxury of Eton and Oxford, Amara, Elias' daughter, was being forged in the heat of the Delta. She had watched from the floorboards as Arthur's team burned her father's villa. She had spent a decade breathing the dust of the phosphorus mines, her arm branded with a jagged scar, the mark of the sword. She wasn't a corporate shark, she was a human weapon, and as the bunker doors in Wales hissed open, she stepped into the light. Part IV, the Sovereign Debt. "My name is Amara," she said, her voice terrifyingly calm. "I am the daughter of the man you buried, and I am the one Arthur paid to keep in the dark." Amara didn't come for a seat at the board. She came for the keys to the Empire. She offered an ultimatum that split the siblings' morality in two. "Expose the ledger," Amara told Cole, "and you kill my people twice. The mines close, the fertilizer stops, and 40 million people starve. Or you stay, you keep the secret, and you hand the voting rights of the agri-tech wing to me. We turn the green gold into a sovereign wealth fund for the people who actually bled for it." Arthur Vance, rattling in his chair, offered one last warning. "She's lying, Cole. She isn't here for restitution. She's here for a hostile takeover. She'll sell the patents to our rivals and let the world go hungry just to watch us burn." The final junction. Cole stood at the terminal, his finger hovering over the broadcast all command. To his left was the path of the absolutist. burn the company, free the slaves, and accept the famine as the price of justice. To his right was the path of the collaborator, maintain the lie, feed the world, and become the very monster he tried to escape. "Which Vance are you, Cole?" Amara asked. Cole looked into the monitor. He saw the heart rate of his father, 72 BPM. He saw the blueprints of the mines. He saw the faces of the 40 million. He realized that in the corporate empire there are no heroes, only those who choose which lie they can live with. System override, data stream 999 termination. The twisted line has been pulled taut. The reader must now decide the ending. Does the world starve for the truth, or does it feast on a lie? The ledger is open. The choice is yours. Log closed.